What's up, dough masters? Welcome back to episode 25 of Roll for Sourdough, the chaotic baking series where I let the dice control my loaves. And today is a special episode because you guys are going to get to influence a future episode, but stay watching so you know when and what it's going to be like. But as always, this is inspired by Roll for Sandwich, Roll for Barbecue, and Roll for Breakfast, and all the other amazing Roll for content out there. But let's get into the dice and see what they have in store for us today. Will we have wild magic? Will we have an all-in? What will it be? And today we get a 16 wild magic. So let's see what those seasonings are going to be before we get to that wild magic roll. And it could be anything, so let's prepare. And today we get 7 black pepper. You know, I like pepper, it's one of my favorite seasonings. And then we got 14 apple pie. So it's like a spiced apple pie. I'm okay for it. The inclusions can mess it up, but I'm confident we're gonna have something amazing today. So let's see what we get. And we start with the jelly, which was a 4. You know, who doesn't love jellies? There's only one thing that can go with jelly, and let's hope we get it here. And we do. We get 12 peanut butter.
It's peanut butter jelly time! Peanut butter jelly time! Peanut butter jelly time!
I have not made a peanut butter loaf, so I'm excited. But let's see what that wild magic does, because it can change everything. And today we roll a 6. So this is where you come in. Leave a comment below, and I will put the best 10 comments on what kind of loaf I should make into a sheet, and that's what we will roll in a future episode. So leave those comments. Tell me what kind of dough you want to see. But here we go. We got the pepper, and then we got the apple pie seasoning. It smells cinnamon. It smells like apple pie, so it should be good. And it's getting the dough. You know, it's a nice looking dough. It feels good. The seasoning's getting all incorporated. I'm making sure to get that gluten worked, getting it all ready for future. And here we go. After it has sat and balked for about 6 hours, we want to get it down and pre-shape it so it gets more tension, more air, so when it bakes, it comes out beautifully. So here we go, stretching it out so I can get it ready and pre-shaped. And I'm excited. I am excited for this dough. It is peanut butter jelly. It's apple pie. It should be amazing. And here it is again after an hour of resting. We want to get it spread out so we can get as much peanut butter and jelly on this bread as possible. And if you don't eat crunchy peanut butter, I don't know if we can be friends. You should just leave this video now. I'm just playing, but crunchy peanut butter is superior to smooth. But let's get as much peanut butter we can, get the entire surface covered. We want to make sure that we get full coverage so most bites have peanut butter in it, because I just don't know how it is going to bake out. Is it going to spill? Because you know when you heat up peanut butter, it thins out a little bit and it becomes runny. So I'm a little nervous. But then we got some grape jelly. It was the only jelly I had. It would have been better if I had some like apple butter jelly. But you know, grape jelly is a classic. And look at this. It looks beautiful. It looks like a peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter pizza if you ever had one of those. So I'm excited. So here we go. We're going to roll it. And I'm not doing it into a ball this time. I'm going to do it into a log. I think that might make for a cooler look when I cut into it. Get a little swirl. So here we go, getting the bands in. And like I said in past episodes, I no longer do fridge proofs. So this is going to sit on my counter for another 2 hours until it's ready. And here it goes. 2 hours later, we're cutting in. And it looks great. You can see a little jelly. You can see a little peanut butter. Hindsight, I may have cut a little deep because look at it, you can see it split open a lot and the peanut butter and jelly started coming out, and I forgot that, you know, peanut butter and jelly have sugar in it, so the sugars browned the top of the bread a lot, but it's not burnt. It looks burnt, but it does not taste burnt at all. But here it goes. The jelly and the peanut definitely caramelize the bread a lot, so we get a lot of dark spots, but you know, it tastes good at the end. And here it goes, the bread. Look at it, you can see the little peanut butter, it all spread out to the outside. I probably could have put a little more in there, but here it goes with a thumbnail. You can see the line of the peanut butter, you can see the nuts, and you can see the seasoning. It has nice little spots of the apple pie, and we take a bite and it is fantastic. Get the apple pie, get a little bit of that hint of pepper in there, and then the peanut butter. When you get into the peanut butter and jelly, it is amazing. It takes the bread over the top. It's like eating a peanut butter sandwich, so it can't be bad. I enjoyed it a lot. The peanut butter, the jelly, everything worked together beautifully, and it is a really good bread. I give it an 8.5 out of 10, and I call it the peanut butter jelly time. So thanks for watching. See you next time.